Hello, and thank you for watching Creative Art Expressions with Christina. Hi, I'm Christina Bethke, the owner and maker behind Creative Art Expressions. I wanted to share yarn options with you for the MOB Mob Gamer Blanket pattern. And so I'll try to do it as quickly as I can, but there are a lot of options. And I've made about 12 different blankets to show you the different options. So first of all, here I have this, this is a girly one, this pink, which is Lion Brand Homespun, and it comes in so many different colors. But the green options that you have for that would be the apple green, and then this is forest green. You can see there. Those are two good colors, and I did make blankets in those colors that I will show you. This color right here is discontinued, but there's several other colors that you can make in that yarn. I use 2 strands for the bigger blankets, most of the blankets, 2 strands in that, and you could use 3 to get a thicker blanket. I'll show you an adult blanket here soon with that yarn. At first, I'm going to show you what else is on the table here. We have the Big Twist yarn. Big Twist. You can get that at Joann's, is the only place that I've found it. And I loved working with the Big Twist. It's soft and ended up with a really nice blanket here. I used, I want to say, 2 strands in this a smaller size, but the bigger sizes you'll want to use 3 strands because it's a thinner yarn. Then we have here the Hometown USA, and this is a much thicker yarn. It comes in, let's see, this is I want to say Monterey Lime. There's a key lime, and there's some other greens. And that I found a wide range of colors at fabric.com. They also carry it at Joann's, but more shades available at fabric.com. And I have like 3 different shades in this blanket here. Let's see. However, with that yarn, you will not want to make the adult size blanket because it would be very, very heavy. I did make a child size, which is right here, and it's a very heavy blanket. The adult size would probably be too heavy in that yarn. So, okay, these 3 blankets are made with that. The smaller ones look great, and there's a little sheen to it. But it also doesn't have very much yards in that one. So, let's see, here's another one with the Big Twist, which I use several different colors, and I really, like I said, I really like it. If you haven't seen, they open on the side here, and then you got your face and the feet down here. These blankets are so big it's hard to show it all in one shot. But that is another blanket made with the Big Twist, and I mixed the colors in this one because I just used what I had on hand, but I have some purple and blue, and it still looks really cool. And that one, I used 3 strands of yarn together for that blanket. And then, let's see, I'll show you the other one I have for the Lion Brand Homespun. This one's a super long blanket, but it is an adult size. I used 2 strands of yarn together on that one. Like I said, you could get a thicker blanket by using 3, it would be heavier. This is the apple green. That's a really cool green. That one you probably cannot find at Michael's. The apple green's hard to find sometimes, so maybe check fabric.com or some other online yarn supply. And then we have the forest green, which is a lot easier to find, but it's a darker blanket, so it makes it a little bit harder to see the face. And on, let's see, that's that one. Big stack here. Let's see, I have, well, this yarn, it's discontinued, but I absolutely love it. It was the Fireside Yarn Bee Super Bulky. What would be similar to that would be the, let's see, the Lion Brand Homespun thick yarn, which I don't have the right color, but I do just have one of them. And they offer different colors. Let's see, I believe they have a herb garden, which I don't have, but it would be a good green to use in the thick yarn. And it's similar to the Yarn Bee thick that I just showed you, which is this, which is probably one of my favorite here. And it does not have black in the thick yarn, so I just use the regular Lion Brand Homespun, not the thick, with this, and I use 3 strands on the face. But the pattern details will tell you that as well, depending on which yarn you use, how many strands you need. This is a Yarn Bee Fireside Spanish Moss, also similar to the Lion Brand Homespun, but this is a Spanish Moss color, which is pretty cool, and that is at Hobby Lobby only. But I really do like the Yarn Bee Fireside yarn. Which here's that. See the colors in that. It's cool looking. Has some deep purple in there and some bright green, so I really like that one. And then, let's see, this one, you can use the Burnette blanket. I just made one in that. That's really thick yarn. On the faces, I do not recommend using the bobble stitch with that yarn, which is what I used. And it actually looks really cool, but it was really hard because it was so thick. It was fine on the blanket part, but on the face part, if you're going to use that yarn, I would recommend using the cluster face. My stack's getting too big here. So, one yarn that I have not tried yet is just a worsted weight yarn. And if you're going to do size 4 medium worsted weight yarn, I would do 4 strands on the bigger sizes. And again, the pattern will explain with the worsted weight yarn how many strands to use depending on what size blanket you're doing. But this is the Pound of Love Lion Brand yarns, but it had a really dark green and a really cool looking blue I was going to do together, but I have not got around to doing that. So as you know, there's plenty of worsted weight yarn out there that you could try. You just need to use probably 4 strands on the bigger blankets. And I believe that might be it on the different kinds of yarn. See if there's anything else. Again, the pattern will explain what kind of yarn or how many strands depending on the size and the style of blanket you're doing. So you can just, when you purchase that, just check that. If you have any questions, you can contact me. You can leave comments, or if you purchase the pattern, all my contact information is in that. So thank you so much for watching. I hope this has helped. Just please subscribe and share. Thank you.